Hello, welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to show you how to speed up your computer using a tool built into Windows called MSConfig. Some of you may have heard of it. We're going to use that today to speed up the boot process of your computer, and basically when your computer is on in general, because it still affects it. What we're going to do is we're going to turn off basically startup items and services that do not need to be on when your computer turns on. And as these, when they've turned on, the services and startup items are still there, so that's what causes your computer to be slow. You might notice your computer's rather slow and you wonder why it's slow and how you can speed it up. This is one good method to try and speed up your computer, and it'll generally speed up your computer. Now, this computer is generally rather fast, so it's got all the startup items turned on it, but it's still generally fast, this computer. So it's generally alright, it doesn't need to turn them off. But for this video we're going to do that, and I'm going to show you how to do it. To do that we need to go to Start. We'll do the other method, we'll do the Start, press the Start key and the R. Now bring up the run box, type in MSConfig, like so, and then click OK. This should appear. You'll need to take it to the selected startup tab, like that, but I've already done this before, so I'm just showing you like this. So first of all, when you get this, click selected startup, go on to the startup tab. Now on here you'll see a load of programs that you might see that are common, but you might not. Now if you see anything that you don't recognise, do not change it, leave it alone, because obviously you don't know what that's going to do to your system. But if you recognise things that you have installed on your computer, just turn them off. So if you have, for example, a Toshiba laptop and you have different Toshiba things like power, eco, utility, hard drive, monitor, whatever, they're obviously not going to be much of any use unless you actually do use that program. If you don't use them, just turn them off, and that will save on processing performance, so you've got that availability of speed to you when you're using the computer. So how you do it is you just check the programs what you have. So for example, if you have any antiviruses, leave them on. Obviously we want them on, so just leave them on. So here we leave that one on. If you use like a VNC, or you connect to remote computers in your house or your business or whatever, you leave that on. Logme is the same thing. So turn off Microsoft Live Cam, for example. Leave the Intel or NVIDIA or ATI stuff on. That's to do with your graphics, so obviously that's best to leave that on. Adobe Reader, you can turn that off, update styles, so you can update that manually, so you don't really need this unless you want it to do it automatically, then you leave that on. Catalyst Control Center, that's to do with the AMD ATI graphics card. You don't want to turn that off, obviously, otherwise the operating system probably won't start. So leave that one on. Advanced, that's the antivirus. QuickTime, turn that off. Apple Push, turn that off. And you get the idea. Basically you turn off the things you don't need. So you just look as well. If you don't like, for example, here it says CB, you don't quite know what that is, but you look here, it's to do with Adobe, so obviously you can just turn that off. So if you do see something random like this, but just look to the side where it says manufacturer, and it'll tell you what it is. And if you want, you can actually look at the the location and command to see what it actually is that a program is coming from, so you can turn it off. And just keep going down, turn all the things you don't need on and off. Office 2010, that doesn't need to turn on and start up, it's fine, you don't need that service there. Turn anything else off that you don't need. And once you're done, go to Services tab. Now click Hide All Microsoft Services. You don't want to turn any of them off because you'll risk ruining your computer. So hide them. Only go into Microsoft one if you're very skilled in computers. So people like me and other people can do that. I tend to not to anyway, just to be careful on my own. I feel generally it's fast enough, even when you've done all this, it's done your computer will be faster. So this is one method. We're going to show you another method in a bit. We'll do another video on it. But this is one way to speed up your computer. So you can turn that off. That's to do with super anti-spyware. It's classified service. That will generally be only used when you're using the professional edition, which we're not. So we can turn that off. Adobe Acrobat Update Service. If you want that to update itself, you can leave that on. If you don't, turn it off. Flash Player, you can use that to update itself, and it'll pop up a box every now and then saying it wants to update or whatever, and you can have that if you want. If not, you just turn it off. Same with anything else. That's you get the idea. You just do that with every thing you have on your computer. So obviously if you have iTunes, you're going to have to leave Apple mobile device on, so it can communicate with your iPhone or whatever. Turn anything else off you don't need, like this. Once you've done that, then press apply, like so, and it'll apply it. Now we're going to go to the boot tab because we want both processes, or whatever how many processes you have to run at startup. So generally by default it's 1. So when you first turn on your computer, you've only got one process is being fully utilised to run the startup process. It's using both, but it's mainly using the one. So we want it to use all of them, both of them, both cores at the same time to do, split the load between the two, so it's easier and it'll be faster to load. So we want to click the radio button like that, and select the number of processes you have if you have more than 2. Select the top numbers if you have 8, click 8, that sort of thing. Generally that's calls, it's generally calls, it's not number of processes. It's kind of like, because it reads as a dual core, reads as two processes, because it's 2 processes put into 1, so it becomes a dual core. We'll go into another video maybe one time on that. Once you click OK, press OK, press apply, and then OK. Once you've done that, restart the computer, and you'll notice the computer is a lot faster. You'll get a message, and we'll be back in a minute, most likely, to show you that message, and that will be it for this part of the video. And I will do another video, or no, actually, I'll carry on after we started, and we'll have a look at some more. Thank you for watching this part of the video. The next part's going to be on in a minute. See you then. Hello, welcome back. This is the second part of the same video. Now usually a box will appear asking you to tick a radio button box that will stop it from. Basically, it shows you a box saying that it's applied these settings, and you tick a radio box to show that to tell it to not show this box every time Windows starts. But somehow it doesn't come up anymore on the computers I've done. Maybe that's to do with an update that Microsoft sent out. I'm not quite sure why that doesn't appear, but it's stopped doing it now, so there's no need to worry there. But if you ever do get a box that does happen to have that, just press the radio button and press close, and it'll be fine. So let's move on to some more cleaning utilities. So we're going to use IOBit Advanced SystemCare, portable version, this one, to look at our registry, and we're going to also use a few others which look at the same sort of thing, but we're going to see what others pick up and what others don't. In a way, we're also going to do sort of a comparison at the same time as well as cleaning the system. Now, some of you might think, oh well, that could all just be fake. When it scans it, which we'll do now. You can download this off the internet, this Advanced SystemCare 6 portable. I will put a link in the description below to get to this to download it. And this is how we do it. Once you've downloaded it, you run the file ASC, as you can see there, where near my mouse is above my mouse pointer, and this will appear. Use activate account control. If that does not appear, or if you're not seeing this on the screen, just press yes. Next, this will appear. Now, all you need to do is select whether you're on like simplified or expert mode. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, but it depends on. Expert mode is more expert, obviously, but you get more. It tells you basically what it's there for. But expert mode is you get more settings basically. If you're pure literal people. And basically you just click next, whatever. You can read them, but I've done this before, so I know what's happening. And then you select what colour you want. Just this time we'll go white. Usually I go black, but we'll start white. Click start now, and it'll appear like this. It basically gives you a little bit of what these bits and pieces do. So once you've done that, you press got it, and there we go. Now that bit there, that box you saw appeared before, I explained what them bits were. It was a download thing, because this is a little bit out of date, but the latest one will be in the link just below. The latest today. It might become later in the future. I don't know, but we'll see. So once this appears, you're going to click registry, you're going to click all of them basically, apart from this Defragment one, because it may offer you to get their own Defragment utility, but we'll use a different one in the future that I'll show you how to do, how to defrag in the future, a better program than Windows, because we'll go into that. I'll go into that in a different video. There's no point discussing it here because it'll be a waste of time. The point of me doing it here, I'm not doing another video. Anyway, so once you've done that, we're going to press scan, and basically what it'll do is it'll scan. You can skip the malware one as well, as long as you've got an antivirus and malware, you should be alright. We'll discuss about that in another video as well. Once I've done that, it's just going to scan the registry and all the privacy errors and all the rest of it. This can take some time, so I'll be back when it has completed. Hello again. Now it's found the problems. It's found. So it's found 501 registry errors, and it's found 488 privacy issues. And as you can see, I don't really need to explain it. You can see from here that that's what it's found. Now, generally, what you do is you press repair, but we're going to check another one. We're going to use another utility called CCleaner, which is used by quite a lot of people very well, and that's another very good utility if you wanted to clean your computer. I'm using the portable version here. I'll put a link to that also in the description below. So to start this one, just double click it as you would normally. I guess you already know how to do this, and I'm just trying to give you an insight of which one to click on, because there's two. There's the 60 one that have the 64 and the one with the 32. The other one's the 32, and this is the 64 one I'm running here because it's a 64-bit computer. Check before you do it. You can do that by going into the system properties, as I've shown before on some of the previous videos. If you get the UAC user account control, just press yes, and it'll load up like this. Once it's loaded up, press click the registry. We're going to do the registry first, I think. We're going to scan the issues and see if we get 580 like the other one. If we do not, then we obviously know this is better. If we click fix selected issues, it'll tell us. It'll ask us, do you want to back up the changes to the registry? Just press no. At the end of the day, it's not that bad. So it's found less, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We're going to both use this stuff. So press fix to all selected. Click close. We'll do the same here, repair them all, and we're going to use the other one. I know this is kind of a bit of a muddled up video, but it doesn't, I use a few programs. I use them to make sure everything is gone. You can't get rid of everything on a computer. That's how it is. You feel like you've done all this, and you think to yourself, it's still there. You think a computer's never ever clean. Once this is all done, there's still something there. It's just how a computer is. You can never get it full, pristine conditions. It's always got something there. It's never going to be fully clean. So if you end up doing this forever and ever and ever, trying to find really deep down things, you're going to be wasting your time, because there's no point in doing all this over and over again. A couple of these are okay, so using this like this, that's fine. Also, vulnerability fixes is a good thing about advanced SystemCare, is it finds updates that generally aren't on the system, but that are good for fixing security holes. So as you can see, it's downloading and installing security updates that are good. I haven't got on the system, but it's downloading them and installing them for me, because that's what it's found while it was scanning. I guess Microsoft didn't send them to my computer, this computer. I guess not. I don't know. But it's now doing that for me, and once it's done, it will finish. While it's doing that, we're going to click the cleaner, and we're going to also run and analyse this one as well, and that'll basically give us an insight of all the temporary stuff and and you just run the cleaner again. Let that finish. You'll notice your computer is a lot faster after this. Now, this bit here is Google Chrome Internet History, so if you do not want that to happen, just deselect it when it comes to applications in Google Chrome. Just select them if you use Google Chrome or Internet Explorer. It's the same thing for any of them. Just delete them like that. Once you've done that, that's all done. You've got a same thing as all the other utilities. It's pretty good. CCleaner. That's about it really for that. Another method is also this Defragment, which is another way to make it faster, which we'll do that in another video. It's easier. And there's disk cleanup as well, but as this one is doing it for us, we won't need to do that. But basically, I'll give you a basic insight on how to get to it. So whatever you do, just go to click start and type in disk, and basically it'll come up there, disk cleanup. But right click it and click run as administrator, because then you get there's more settings to it. So press that, and it'll scan for the thingy. Or somehow it will work. That's probably because that's already in use with this advanced SystemCare. That's probably why it doesn't work. So we'll try after it's done with this. Oh no, it's working, so sorry about that. It's repaired, that's always a good thing. Now just click back, that means that it needs your computer to restart for it to apply. Once that's done, there you can do whatever you want. You can turn on the turbo boost. You know, it's alright, it doesn't make a difference, to be honest, in my opinion. But that's the idea. And you can do other toolboxes and things like that. But basically, they're the main ones. And basically, when you get the disk cleanup one, you can select the ones you want to delete. Obviously, there's not much here really you can delete. I'm going to delete the system install shadow copies because I don't need them, to be honest with you. So yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to. You can do what I just did then and delete the system install shadow copies if you want to. Once that's done, that's about it really for this video. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry if it sounded a little bit muddled. I didn't mean to. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and please recommend what I should do as videos. I'm going to do more of these helpful videos in terms of your computer performance and doing things with your computer and reviews and stuff like that. But if you think of anything else that you'd like me to do that doesn't cost lots of money, that I could review or do anything about, then please let me know. Thank you very much, and see you later on.